Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make this a really yummy vermicelli pudding, also known as sheer khurma. But sheer khurma have a lot of dates, and my kids they don't like dates, so I'm gonna be cooking this pudding without the dates. So let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna be taking is milk. I have around 2 liters of milk, and I add about around 6 green cardamoms in here. So give it a mix and stir it really well. Right now my milk is on medium high heat, and once it's heat up and warm up, then I'm gonna be adding my vermicelli in here. So I have vermicelli over here. It's that's how it looks like. It's available in all stores, and it's about 150 grams. So for 2 liter milk, we're going to be needing 150 gram of vermicelli. So here's my milk still warming. Make sure to keep stirring it with wooden spoon because you don't want it to develop that burnt kind of flavor to the bottom. Now I'm adding 1.5 cups of sugar in here, and 1.5 cup of sugar is a lot of sugar, but this is such a sweet dessert, so keep in mind this do require a lot of sugar. But for 2 liter milk, I don't think so it's that much, but yeah, this is a dessert, so it will require a lot of sugar in here. So 1.5 cup of sugar, and now I'm gonna be adding my vermicelli in here. So my milk is not boiling, but it doesn't have to be in a boiling stage. Once you think that it's hot enough, you can go ahead and add your vermicelli in here. So I'm just trying to break it because I don't like the really long strings while I'm eating it. So and it's easy for the kids too. I'm making this dessert for the kids, so go ahead and add all your vermicelli in here and then give it a good mix. Now at this stage, turn your heat to a low medium. You don't want your vermicelli to burn and the milk. So if you have something like a non-stick pot, you can use that, but I'm used to in this part, so I'm using this. I have some raisins over here, about a cup of raisins, so I am gonna go ahead and add those straight in here. Some people do soak them for an hour or so, but you don't have to because they're gonna be cooking for about 40 minutes in the milk, so they are gonna fluff up in the milk while they're cooking, so no need to do that. Now keep stirring your pudding because it's really important to keep stirring it, because otherwise if it start developing that burnt taste in it, that's going to be a disaster. It will ruin all your hard work. So this dessert do take around 40 minutes, so just keep in mind. I have some almonds in here, peeled almonds, and I just grind them in the grinder. Some of the big chunks you guys can see on top, that's totally fine. It actually give a really good crunch at the end when the dessert is ready. So just keep stirring it, and we're also gonna need some cream in here. You can use condensed milk if you want, but I happen to have fresh cream, 35% cream, so I'm gonna go ahead and add those in here. And it's about a cup of fresh cream. And as you guys can see, as we add the cream, the color is totally gonna start changing. So we're gonna bring it to a boil for on low medium heat, so do not increase your heat. And as in this clip, you guys can see that it start boiling. I turn my heat even lower than the medium, and the reason I turn my heat to the low is because as you guys can see in this clip, I'm keep stirring it while it's cooking, because the cream and the almond powder adds more thickness to this dessert, which is pretty normal. So you guys can see the consistency here is getting more and more thick, so keep stirring it occasionally. And if you're allergic from nuts, you can keep the nuts out and just add raisins or whatever dry other fruits you want to just add in here, dates or whatever, and you can still make this dessert. And you can also substitute the nuts instead of almonds, add whatever you like, coconuts or pecans, cashews, whatever you guys like. So here's my dessert. We're gonna cook it for about a little bit more to thick it a little bit. The consistency is really important. You don't want to screw that up because if it gets more thick, then when it's done cooking, it's going to be really chunky when it's cooled down. So the consistency should look exactly like this. Now we're going to serve it in this big huge bowl. So here I just put all my pudding right in here. It's still really hot. So another important thing is, as you guys can see, it's smoking hot. You guys can see the smoke. You want to cover it, not with the plastic wrap or anything, just cover it with the lid or something. You don't want to develop that top thick layer on it. So it still maybe develop a little bit of it, but not that much. So just cover it with I'm covering it with this plate, but if you're using something have lid, just put the lid on. So we're gonna leave it and cool it down to the room temperature, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge, so for about 2 to 3 hours to chill it really well. So yeah, we're gonna wait for it up until it's all cooled down, then I'm gonna pop it into the refrigerator. Once it's done, after 3-4 hours, that's how it looks like. It did develop that a little bit of thin layer on top, but not too much. But I just want to show you guys the consistency. So that's really important. When it's hot, it looks really runny, but when it's cooled down, it looks like this, like still pretty thick. So a thick yogurty kind of consistency, that's what you're looking for. It's really important to cook it a little bit when it's hot. It should look like a little bit runny. So yeah, that's how it look like. It's super yummy, super delicious, and you can also keep it in your fridge for 2 to 3 days. So make sure to use it in between 2 to 3 days. Don't keep it for weeks because it can go bad, because it have fresh ingredients in here. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you guys haven't, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Tell me how do you guys like this recipe, or if you make it, and I'll see you guys later in my other video. Bye.